Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to OTA Mailbag. If you have a question, go ahead and drop it in the link below so I can go ahead and support you. Let's get to one right now. Yo, what's going on, guys? Today's question is kind of a long one, so I'll break it down. Andrew, he wants to incorporate bodybuilding. He says he's an athlete. His shoulders need to get some work, he says, and he essentially wants to know the best exercises, the best shoulder exercises for athletes. Well, dude, to give you an honest answer, I mean, your military press and your pulls, your overhead holds, things of that nature are going to be extremely beneficial, not only because you're pressing and you're pressing overhead, but obviously the stability associated with it, and you will grow your shoulders. But to give you, I see what you're saying. You're saying bodybuilding type exercises for athletes. And to give you three, I guess what I could do is just go over a couple. Really what you'll want to do is, if you're performing any kind of bodybuilding exercise, obviously you're trying to hit all three sides of the deltoid, right? Your anterior, your medial, your posterior, your front, back, and middle, right? And through that, you want to perform in a repetition which stimulates that. What I've talked about before when it comes to shoulder specialization, a lot of it, of the front, you probably don't want to tackle, right? Because all that pressing you're doing with the bench and overhead, you're going to apply enough stimulus to the front. Really what you want to focus on to get those shoulders to pop is your medial and your rear. For athletes, to give you a couple examples of some exercises you could do to essentially work detail, what I would do is to also incorporate some form of stability while you're doing it, right? So as an athlete, you need to create stability and basically integrate other portions of the body into the movements. And what I mean by that is, as opposed to just hitting a standard front raise, mix it up and integrate it with your core, right? So maybe you'll take, let's see here, you're doing a front raise and you want to integrate your core, maybe kneel on the bench. So now you're creating, you're minimizing your stability through your feet and creating your core to integrate with this movement and essentially work on that. So if you were performing some kind of front raise, or if you wanted to progress it, come from the side, right, as you're going up in weight. So now I'm working the same anterior deltoid, but I'm also performing and creating some kind of integration to stabilize my core. Same thing goes for front and side. One of my favorite isolation exercises for shoulders, but also creating some stability for athletes. Perform it one foot. Not only do they isolate better, because what happens is you can't swing. A lot of people with shoulders tend to swing, right? So if you're performing a front and lateral raise and you're on one foot, I'm creating so much stability through my core all the way down to my foot, right? And finally, for posterior, I've talked about this exercise before. I think you should add something in that works your posture. So essentially, coming down here and performing something like dump the buckets, where you're not only working your posterior deltoid, but you're also working your rotator cuffs as you're doing that. So if you see here, boom, I'm coming around the back. I'm working my external rotators, which obviously I want you guys to work a lot because there's a clear imbalance in most people with the internal. And not only that, you're hitting the posterior head really hard and you're performing them in a bodybuilding setting. So there's three examples of hitting each muscle while creating some kind of increase in stability or that will support you in your athleticism. I hope that answers your questions. Keep sending them in the mailbags. I'll keep trying to do my best to answer them. And I'll catch you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate all your questions. For me to answer them though, I need you to go ahead and click the link down below in the description, fill out the form, and they'll be directly sent to me so I can go ahead and make a video about them. Talk soon.